Hey, you know what time it is? I do believe it's 11:11. I do believe I got my camera working, my live stream working, my body's working. Gonna take a quick break, do a little checking in with the body, a little stretching and strengthening, and I invite you to join me to whatever degree feels good in your body. If it does, I got contacts and glasses on, so I can't see a thing. It's a bright and sunny day out there. I got my work clothes on, got some inside work and some outside work and some internal work and some external work. So it's important amongst all that work to remember to let go of stress. Inhale and exhale. I'm going to take a couple breaths just to bring my attention into the bottoms of my feet and root myself into the center of the earth. Hang myself from the center of the sky. Let's do some shoulder shrugging just to add to that effect. Inhaling and tensing up, raising the shoulders. You can add the fists and fingers. Clench up the toes even, and then just letting that all go. Breathing in again. Tensing up, and then letting it go. One more time, tensing up, breathing in. Just letting that go. Relaxing a bit. I'm going to continue that trend and roll down, checking in with the whole spine, coming down past the waist to the hips and just hanging here in a forward fold, relaxing the belly, relaxing the back. Kind of a little shake it out down here. Let's do a little pulling over to the left with the hand on the leg, and then a little pulling over to the right. Feels good through the shoulder. Let's do that again, adding a little more. Raising that left hand for a nice twist. Giving the kidneys and other organs a little wringing out. And then back to center, pulling. And over to the left. Raising that right hand. Giving all those organs a little hug. Back to center, and then rolling up. Again, one vertebra at a time, as much as possible. Just checking in with the spine. Shake that out a little bit. Try not to crush the glasses. Let's do big arm circles. Breathing in on the way up. Letting go and breathing out on the way down. Really squeezing the air out on the way down and pulling the air in on the way up. Let's go the other way. You can add the legs if you want for a little more playfulness. One more big circle. Let all that go, shake it out. Let's do some little circles with the hands, fingers on wrists. I think it's underappreciated how much those little bones need to move, just like the big bones do. Or rather, they need to get checked in on, need to sit where they sit. The bones do move, but these little bones, well, they do articulate. That's what I'm checking in on. I was just overthinking the wrist bones, because that's how I am. Let's do a swan dive down from the hips with a relatively flat back. Coming down again past the waist, all the way to hang from the hip bones. And then I'm going to come up at the waist, pulling up with the abdomen, up with the pelvic floor, left elbow over right. Give myself a nice hug, pulling these shoulder blades apart. Giving a little squeeze, fine, and then releasing. And then pulling up again from the waist, this time a right elbow over left, pulling back with the abdomen, up with the pelvic floor, rounding the shoulders, giving a nice little squeeze, and then releasing all again from the hips toward the floor, just letting the head go, let the shoulders go. I'm going to bend the knees, swing the arms back, and come into a bit of a counter stretch. Pushing those hips forward, lifting the eyes, lifting the chest. And then coming back to neutral. Shake that out. I'm going to step back with the left foot into a nice deep lunge. Pulling that back hip forward. Checking that the front knee isn't crunching past those front toes. Pulling this front hip back a little bit. Looking for a perpendicular line with the hips, parallel lines with the feet. Tipping the tailbone under, looking for a nice, long and strong, coordinated line, front and back, center. And raise the arms. Make sure not to crunch up in those shoulders. Sliding that back heel out a little bit more. And then I'm going to swing that back heel forward onto this side plane here, opening the hips. Instead of pulling that back hip forward, now it's swinging open. And then I'm going to bend from the hips into a nice side triangle aeroplane pose, gazing up past those left fingertips. Getting a nice twist through the middle. Using my right arm and leg against each other for torque and support. I'm going to bring this hand around for a little additional twist, gazing out past that back leg. Giving all the organs a nice hug. A little wringing out. A little checking in. Trying to remember to breathe and smile. Or scowl and hold your breath. That's harder to do, I think, and less rewarding, but you get to choose. Unwind all of that. Bring this hand down onto the diagonal, just feeling for that energetic line out the heels, out the heel rather, out the fingertips. This line here. And then bringing this hand down on the inside of that leg. I got to push this heater back or I'm going to burn my face. Coming on the inside of that right leg and then bringing weight onto hands. Bring that right leg back to meet the back foot. Pressing through the palms, through the spine, tipping the tailbone through the back of the head. Pressing into the heels. Bend the right knee and press into that left side. Bend the left side, pressing into the right. Again, pressing into the left. And into the right. One more time, left. And right. Into both heels, tipping the tailbone back. Really feeling that stretch through the backs of the legs. And then I'm going to swing the body forward. Eking those feet back a little bit, keeping the legs together and lifting the chest through the shoulders. Oh, hey, you made it back. I went ahead and continued on because I noticed I lost reception. So stepping back with the right foot into a nice moderate lunge, pulling this back hip forward, forward hip back, looking for a perpendicular line with the hips, parallel lines with the feet. Pressing back into that back heel, tipping the tailbone under a little, looking for a nice straight line through the core and the abdomen and the spine working together. Bring the arms up overhead, making sure not to crunch up in those shoulders. And then I'm going to push onto that diagonal line for a little bit. Pushing out the heel, through the spine, out the fingertips. Thank you for the love. I appreciate it. It's good to see you out there. Hope you're remembering to take care of you. Come back up to the perpendicular line. I'm going to slide this back heel forward, opening the hips now to the sliding this heel out a little bit and bending from the hip into a nice deep side aeroplane triangle pose, raising the right hand up, gazing past those fingertips, using left arm and leg against each other for torque and support. And then I'm going to bring this arm around the back, reaching for this thigh, gaze out past that long leg, giving all those organs a nice little good morning hug. Oh, I was just about to move you, see if we could get better reception. I went ahead and, finished up that downward facing dog, little forward plank position. Now we're back. Not sure whether I could continue from here or try to move you, but I guess now that you're back, I'm going to leave you right there. I'm going to bring my weight onto my right foot. Bring this left knee up toward left shoulder, relaxing the shoulders, relaxing that supporting leg, tipping the tailbone under a little. Let's give a little ankle rotation here. One direction and then the other direction. I got my unstretched. And now we're on the other side. Little circles with the right leg. Pulling that little right knee up toward right shoulder. Relaxing the left leg. Tipping the tailbone under still. Trying to stay nice and long and strong. Through the supporting side and the center. And then straightening that leg out front. As much as possible. Releasing with the left. Bringing that leg out to the right. Play around in the hip socket a little bit before I bend that leg. Bring this foot in close to the groin on the. Try moving you over here for the little wind down that I'm gonna muster up. Seeing if I can get a spot to work. I'm gonna go ahead and sit down because that way I can see you, you can see me. Do just a little. Both winding down and revving up because I'm about to get to a busy work day. But I want to just finish checking in with my whole body, bringing it all together as a cohesive unit. Shake out the shoulders a little. Just bringing my attention into the sits bones and circling some energy through the body. Give a few breaths just to listen to the body, see if there's anything it needs to make me aware of today or would like me to be aware of. Checking in with the alignment of the spine, returning to that sensation of hanging from the center of the universe, rooting into the center of the earth. Breathing in love and acceptance and breathing out judgment, breathing out stress, breathing out attachment, just letting go. I hope you're remembering to breathe and smile, finding things to smile about, making things to smile about, perhaps. I believe it's Tuesday. I believe I cannot see with my glasses and contacts on at the same time. I keep trying, though. It's good to see you, Philip, Bella, Kenny. Remember to take care of you. Enjoy the day. Peace.